Comfortable Friday afternoon at Logan Elm High School as the undefeated Braves are set to host the Bloom-Carroll Bulldogs here in week number 7. Dewey and Tim Daly along with you tonight. Glad to have you with us for what should be a pretty exciting pivotal battle here in the MSL.
Well, again, the weather is absolutely perfect for high school football, and the only thing that I can see is different here in the last couple of weeks is it's gotten darker closer to kickoff, which I realize in another couple of weeks we'll have, it'll be pretty dark. But you're talking about a comfortable, just a little gentle breeze with just spotted clouds here and just perfect weather in the mid-60s, and you couldn't want for a better setting at a high school football game.
Bloom-Carroll comes into tonight's contest 5-1 overall, still undefeated in the MSL. It was a 45-3 win at home against Fairfield Union in Week 6 for Logan Elm. They're still undefeated through the first half of the season, 6-0 overall, 3-0 in the Mid-State League, coming off of a 35-7 win on the road over Liberty Union. It's been 7 straight for the Bulldogs, stemming back to 2016. The last win for the Braves was September 25th, 2015. They took that one 52-7 right here at home against the Bulldogs. And before this most recent win streak by the Bulldogs, it had been 8 consecutive wins for the Braves. Before this most recent win streak, the last win for Bloom-Carroll was October 19th, 2007. So it's been, we're on the verge of back-to-back 8-game winning streaks just by different teams here in 2023.
Well, I guess Bloom still must be mad about that butt whooping they took 7 years ago. But, the Bloom-Carroll program has, and I think it kind of got started a little bit with Wade Bartholomew a few years before. And we played them at Unioda, and I never could figure out why they weren't more competitive in the Mid-State League. So I think the ingredients were always there. They just needed, for somebody really, really solid to come in and start putting some foundational work in there and build some bricks and then get to where they're at today. And the funny thing about it is I think where Bloom-Carroll is today is obviously where Logan Elm is building towards now, because let's face it, when we back up a few years ago when you were still playing, Logan Elm was not a good football program. In fact, they were missing some major, sustainable parts here. But, they've been able to find it with the younger kids and start building towards something. And these are the types of games here. Obviously, Bloom-Carroll wants to maintain the program level that they have, and Logan Elm is trying to reach up, to pull even with a team like Bloom-Carroll. So Logan Elm, here's a great opportunity to grab a program-type win.
Last year, Bloom-Carroll, the state runner-ups in Division III, a 35-14 loss in the state title game against Canfield. The meeting between these two teams last year ended in a 41-20 final in favor of the Bulldogs. As we previously mentioned, it was the 7th straight win for Bloom-Carroll. Logan Elm looking to snap that tonight. Has had some big wins over some local area teams in our coverage area. A 39-23 win in Week 1 over Zane Trace, and then Week 3, 41-20 over Miami Trace. We saw them Week 1 against Waverly, and then since then it's been 3 straight over Circleville, Fairfield Union, and Liberty Union in the MSL. For Bloom-Carroll, they dropped their Week 1 matchup 38-16 at Harvest Prep. We saw what they did to Wheelersburg last week. And then they finished up their non-league with wins over Bishop Hartley and Jonathan Alder. And then similar to Logan Elm, it's been 3 straight in league play, wins over Amanda, Liberty Union, and Fairfield Union.
Well, and I think most people would tell you probably the winner of this football game probably has a leg up in the Mid-State League. But, of course, there's some people over in Hamilton Township that would probably argue that. But, I think the winner of this game, becomes in a really good position to be in position to get in position. But, like I said, the people over at Hamilton Township probably have a little bit something to say about that. So we'll see what happens.
Bulldogs win the toss. They elect to receive.
Landon Thompson to kick for the Braves.
Landon Thompson to boot it away. Let's have some fun. here in Week 7. It'll be fair caught at the Bloom-Carroll 35-yard line, which is where we'll start things off here tonight.
Jet Jones. Bulldogs will start their first possession at their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
First look tonight at this Bulldog offense led by senior quarterback Ethan Thanthenavong. Excuse me, junior quarterback. First down, it'll be Armentrout straight ahead. He stood up at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Looks like he'll pick up about 1 yard on the carry.
Again, play was cornered outstanding by the defense and gave him nowhere to run whatsoever. And we're going to have fun pronouncing those two kids' names tonight. Thanthenavong and Armentrout.
Second down, Thanthenavong looks to throw. It's complete to the near side to senior receiver Broden Bishop. He's pushed out of bounds just past the 40-yard line.
Outstanding throw in between two players, tight window, little vertical and a little out. Makes it in a very manageable 3rd and 3.
Landon Thompson made the tackle on the last play.
Third down, Bulldogs will keep it on the ground. It's Armentrout to the near side. He's got the first down.
Dylan Armentrout.
Again, I can just read the thoughts of the running back. He realized last time they had it pretty well sold out inside, and they did again that time too, and he bounced it outside for a short run, but enough to pick up the first down.
Logan Elm, Bloom-Carroll, and Hamilton Township are the 3 remaining teams that stand undefeated through 6 weeks in the MSL. Hamilton Township at home against Circleville tonight. First and 10, tight end Stevenson motions to the left side. Here's Armentrout on first down. Pushed out of bounds, just shy of the 40. Pickup of about 8 or 9 on first down for Armentrout.
Again, Armentrout's speed was all to that. Linebacker Bryce Perkins had that play read and came under everything, but just wasn't fast enough to get to him soon enough. But he did get it in on the tackle after an 8-yard gain. But a great effort play by Bryce Perkins.
5 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown last week for Armentrout. Carey brings up second down and 2. Here's Armentrout again. He's got the first down, barreling ahead just shy of the Brave 35. First down, Bulldogs.
Again, just an inside run, lead blocker. Not looking for any kind of a big play. Just gain the yardage, move the sticks.
He's up 1st and 10 at the Logan Elm 36-yard line.
First and 10 from the 36. Play action. Thanthenavong rolling to the near side. It's complete downfield to Michael Stevenson.
Thanthenavong's pass complete.
Good enough for the Bulldog first down.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say I'm waiting for him to pass out of that tight formation, and he had Jace Rockwood had a step on him in the end zone if he wanted to let it go, but took the check down route and picked up the first down. Great decision making.
4 touchdown passes for Thanthenavong last week to 4 different receivers: Carter Cornelius, Jace Rockwood, Michael Stevenson, and Bo Sherman. Here's Armentrout on first down to the far side.
Again, that's the play that they had just run 2 plays before that I told you that the Perkins kid was chasing him. Again, a lot better defended that time.
Tackle by Carson Summers.
No gain on first down for Armentrout. That'll bring up second down and 10. Four wide for the Bulldogs on second down and 10. Clock is under 9 minutes, under 7 on the play clock.
And there's no question that Logan Elm has chosen to play these guys man.
Second down, Armentrout across the 15-yard line. Pickup of about 5 on second down for the senior.
Brought down by
Again, just a simple inside drive or dive play. Again, the rule is if you got 7 in the box, which they do, you should be throwing the ball. So I definitely would be looking for a pass on this play. Now they've went to that tight formation, which is really a very dangerous passing formation.
Two backs in the backfield alongside Thanavong.
Up, counter.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jet Jones to the far sideline. He's pulled down in the backfield.
I believe that's Carson Summers. And what an outstanding play staying home on the little counter, which we have not seen.
Jet Jones.
Bloom-Carroll with a very capable kicker in junior Trayton McKee.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing him.
Was nailing 50-yarders in warm-ups.
And the wind, we got a slight little bit of a breeze blowing that way.
Fourth down and 7. Coach McKinney going to leave the offense on the field. Thanavong looking to throw, firing over the middle. It's caught by the tight end, Stevenson. Touchdown.
That's just a simple jump ball that he threw into the end zone, and Stevens I'm going to guess Stevens at about 6'3" or 6'4", and a fairly long athlete. He just threw the ball up there where only Stevenson could go get it. And as you'll hear me say many, many times in the throw game, the money is in the middle of the field.
McKee on for the point after, splits the uprights, and it's a 7-0 lead for the Bulldogs. 7:58 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
10 plays, 64 yards, 4 minutes, 2 seconds. Capped off by a 17-yard passing touchdown from quarterback Ethan Thanavong to tight end Michael Stevenson. Junior Trayton McKee puts this one through the end zone for a touchback. Braves will start off their first drive of the night from their own 20-yard line. Big conversion on fourth down for the Bulldogs.
I'd say that is an understatement.
35-7 win at Liberty Union in Week 6. Senior quarterback Aaron Walters, 4 of 6 for 106 yards, 2 touchdowns. Landon Thompson had 76 yards on 10 carries and 2 touchdowns. Carson Summers and Camden Redd both with receiving scores. Here's Walter to throw on first down. It's complete to the tight end Redd, just shy of the 25-yard line.
Again, just a simple slant route where they emptied the backfield and left him over there singled up. Snaps off, and he's got a major cushion. Just snap off a little slant and a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down and 6.
4 yards on the completion. Second down and 6, under 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Walters in the pistol. He'll hand it off. That's Thompson on second down. He's brought down close to the original line of scrimmage. Loss of about 2 yards on the carry for Thompson.
Yeah, outstanding play. I mean, and that very, very disrupted play at the point of attack.
Ball carried by Tyson.
And again, a chance here for Bloom-Carroll to get off the field and probably get the ball back close to midfield.
Tackle on the last play.
Little 2x2 pistol.
Tackle for a loss.
3rd down and 8. Walters looks to throw, firing to the far sideline. It is incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down and 8. 6:37 to go in quarter number 1.
Again, probably what was a major contributor to the turnover on downs or the punting situation that they find themselves in was defending that 2nd down run and getting them into the 3rd and 8. And again, I'm not quite sure because of the scouting report, but I don't think that Logan Elm is going to beat a lot of people throwing the ball.
Michael Bach to boot it away for the Braves. It'll be returned right at midfield. That's Broden Bishop down the near sideline, pushed out of bounds inside the 15.
Nice punt return by Brody Bishop. There's a flag on the play.
Flag down back around the Brave 45.
Run out of bounds by Michael Bach.
Yeah, so they're going to end up with the ball at about the 40. 41. I seen the beanbag come out, but I didn't see the flag come out. That's Big T walking that off. So 46, the minus 46.
.6:24 to go here in quarter number 1. Bloom-Carroll forces a Logan Elm 3 and out.
Holding, thank you. Holding on Bloom-Carroll on the return.
Tell me that the PA guy doesn't sound like Mark Trainer. Does he not sound like Mark Trainer? He does to me, boy.
1st and 10 from the minus 46. Bulldogs will keep it on the ground. That's Armentrout across midfield.
Again, that to me, and again, we're getting into the coaching part of it, but with the split backs or the full backfield, they actually made that look like handoff sweep by running the near side back outside and then turn around and running the A gap on the back side. That's outstanding strategy.
Five yards picked up on the carry from Armentrout. 2nd down and 5. Thanthanavong looks to throw a swing pass to the left side. That's complete to the running back, Armentrout. He's got the Bulldog 1st down close to the Brave 40-yard line.
And again, that's just an extended handoff where they were blocking downfield, but Armentrout catching the ball behind the line of scrimmage and then doing what he does and able to pick up the necessary yardage plus a few more and move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the Logan Elm 41-yard line.
First and 10, it's Armentrout straight ahead across the 40-yard line. Not much after that. Short pickup on 1st down for the senior.
Again, that's the first time we've seen the jet sweep action. And honestly, I thought it was going to be jet sweep, and they ended up running counter backside off of the jet sweep for a short gain. Pretty well played by Logan Elm.
4 minutes, 50 seconds to go in quarter number 1. 2nd down and 8 coming up for the Bulldogs. Second down, it's Armentrout. Bounces off of a would-be tackler and is eventually pushed out of bounds to the far sideline.
Run out of bounds by Landon Thompson.
Again, just a power inside play that Armentrout's able to bounce outside. I thought he picked up the first down, but they've got him marked 3 yards short. So again, Bloom-Carroll probably being in 4-down territory here as well. But you mentioned before the kicker, and I don't remember the name of the kicker, but he's got a leg on him for sure.
Third down and 2. Here's Bo Sherman to the far sideline. He's got the first down across the Brave 30-yard line. Another new set of downs for Bloom-Carroll.
But again, what makes Bo Sherman so smart, or he's absolutely been coached to do it, is he takes a quick look at that play and realizes that there's a lot of traffic inside, and he's able to bounce it out, knowing that he only needs 3 yards to move the stick. That's a great play by Sherman.
First and 10, ball spotted at the Logan Elm 29-yard line, under 4 minutes to go here in the first. First down, Thanavong will look to throw, firing deep down the middle of the field, intended for Jace Rockwood. It is overthrown and incomplete, flag down around the Logan Elm 30.
They've got Stevenson for moving forward. He kind of jumped the count a little bit.
Bulldogs.
And he had Rockwood, again, a step, and he didn't miss him by very much, but it wouldn't have mattered because it's going to come back. So it'll be, second and 15. Well, they declined the penalty. They declined the penalty? They must have declined the penalty. I don't know about that.
Incompletion will bring up second down and 10. Clock stopped at 3:48. Here's Armentrout on second down, brought down for a minimal gain. It'll be about a yard for second down for Armentrout.
And again, if Armentrout is able, and he lost his footing, he was attempting to try to bounce that outside. If he bounces that outside, he might have gotten to the house.
Met at the line of scrimmage by Isaac Walters. Kind of like a brick wall.
Scariest formation to throw out of is this bunch.
Third down and 9. Here's Armentrout to the far sideline across the 25-yard line, close to a Bulldog first down. Flags are down around the spot of the tackle.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say a horse collar, because he was pulled back down. What they call? What a gutsy call, to call basically a handoff sweep on 3rd and 10.
Penalty is horse collar.
Yeah.
On the Braves.
Which is going to be an automatic first down. So not only do they run on 3rd and 10 and gain about 8 yards, they pick up a penalty and they move the sticks. And now they've got the ball first and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the 10-yard line, first and goal.
I wouldn't expect to see anything fancy here. I think this will end up in Armentrout's hands one way or another.
Goal to go from the 10.
Yeah.
Armentrout to the near side, cuts it up inside the 5, just shy of the goal line.
Carries around the end.
Again, that's the very same play that they ran on the 3rd and 10.
Brought down by Carson Summers. Pickup of 8. Second down and goal at the 2.
Second down, goal to go from the Logan Elm 2-yard line for Bloom-Carroll. Armentrout alongside Thanavong in the backfield.
Yeah, they got to call timeout. Yeah.
Timeout Bulldogs.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They only had 10 guys on the field. Hey, they tried to pull Notre Dame, but they're on offense. And they called timeout. Makes sense to me.
Previous drive for the Bulldogs was 10 plays, 64 yards, took up 4 minutes and 2 seconds of the game clock. It was capped off by a 17-yard passing touchdown from quarterback Ethan Thanthanavong to tight end Michael Stevenson. Drive later, Bloom-Carroll defense forces a 3-and-out for Logan Elm. And now Bloom-Carroll threatening once again on the Brave 2. Two of the final 3 undefeated league teams in the MSL. Hamilton Township being the other, taking, I believe it's a home matchup against Circleville tonight.
I expect this to just be Armentrout just up inside again. Yeah.
Here's Armentrout on 2nd down and goal. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Bloom-Carroll.
There's no reason to get fancy there. You've got a kid that knows how to run with the football. He's got his weight out over his shoes. He's got great vision. He actually, that play was designed to run to the left A gap. He ended up seeing a little bit of daylight to the right A gap and just fell into the end zone.
Matthew Klein.
McKee on for the point after.
Holder, straight to McKee for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. Lead is now up to 14. 1 minute, 50 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie & Son Trucking. Willie & Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student-athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie & Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
Let's see.
9 plays, 54 yards, 4 minutes, 34 seconds, capped off by a 2-yard rushing touchdown from senior Dylan Armentrout. 14-0. The lead for the Bulldogs is this one is booted away through the end zone. Another touchback for kicker Trayton McKee.
And that ball landed 8 yards deep.
Second look at this Logan Elm offense here tonight. Starting offensive line, Isaac Walters, Ian Rose, Colton Eplin, Bryce Perkins, and Abram Montgomery. Quarterback Aaron Walters, tailback Landon Thompson, tight end Cameron Red, wide receivers Carson Summers, Cam Smith, Hunter Kersey. First down, it'll be Thompson on the ground. He's brought down close to the line of scrimmage. Minimal pickup on first down for Thompson.
Again, it seems to me what little we've seen, 4 or 3 plays actually, or I guess 4. It seems to me that the Bloom-Carroll may have a decided advantage up front here.
Starting defense for the Bulldogs up front. It's a 4-4 stack. Park Truex, Tristan Ruckman, Jaden Ball, and Michael Stevenson. Linebackers Bo Sherman, Aiden Scholes, Tristan Britch, and Jet Jones. Second down, Walters looking to throw, firing deep down the middle of the field. It's complete. That's Carson Summers inside the Bulldog 45.
Great catch, Carson Summers. First down, Braves.
Again, give Carson Summers all the credit in the world because he beat two Bloom-Carroll players on a ball that wasn't really thrown all that well. But give him credit for competing and going up and making a play.
Starting secondary for the Bulldogs, Jace Rockwood, Stacy Diamond III, and Broden Bishop. New set of downs for the Braves. First down. Walters firing deep to the near side. It's incomplete, intended for Cameron Red. Bring up second down and 10.
Again, a much better throw that time and nearly completed, but they faked the little spot pass and hope that you buy the stock and go on the number one and try to make a big play out of that.
.40 seconds remaining in quarter number one, a 14-0 lead for Bloom-Carroll. Second down and 10 from the plus 41. Walters will hand it off. Here's Thompson to the left side. He's brought down just past the 40-yard line.
And Thompson nearly broke that. And give Bo Sherman all the credit in the world for making a shoestring tackle, or Mr. Thompson was definitely headed for some major yardage.
Tackle on the play by Brody Bishop. Third down and 8.
I thought it was
Aaron
29. Was it 21 that made the tackle? I thought it was 29.
Here's Walters' pass to the 40-yard line. It's caught by Michael Bach. He takes it close to the line to gain.
Brought down by Jet Jones.
Little circle screen, a little middle screen.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And if we ran that back and I had to look at that, I'd say they had linemen downfield. But
that'll take us to the end of one, a 14-0 lead for the Bulldogs. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
There's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. And be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
14-0 Bloom-Carroll after one. Fourth down and 2 here for Logan Elm. Passes complete to the near side. That's Carson Summers. He's got the Logan Elm first down.
That'll be a Logan Elm first down.
Again, just a pitch and catch, and it seemed to me with the coverage, which on the outside on the number ones with the corners is a little bit soft, but they were almost conceding that route.
First and 10 from the plus 27. Thompson and Bach alongside Walters in the backfield. 3 wide. Braves will keep it on the ground. It's Thompson to his own sideline. He's pushed out of bounds around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, an outstanding play by Jeff Jones, who just stood there and waited for the play to come to him and just continued to use the sideline as the 12th defender and spill that play outside for an absolutely didn't gain an inch.
No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Empty backfield for the Braves on second down, 5 wide. Walters looks to throw, fires to the far sideline. It is caught just shy of the 20-yard line.
Again, just a simple timing route. Quarterback lets it go on time, fairly accurate. Wideout comes back, makes a play on the ball. makes it more of a manageable. And again, with Logan Elm being in 4-down territory, making that 3rd and 5, they've actually got 2 downs to pick this up.
Cam Smith on the reception for the Braves. Logan Elm sporting the Army National Guard uniforms here tonight. 3rd down and 5. Walters looks to throw. It is complete to the far sideline, close to the line to gain.
I think he'll be just a hair short.
Walters pass.
Pass is caught by Hunter Kersey.
But it's close.
Hunter Kersey.
Yeah, they're calling it a 1st down.
1st down, Logan Elm.
Again, it seems like to me that the Logan or the Bloom-Carroll defense is a little bit suspect on the quick or the 3-step drop on the hitches and the slants and the outs. Little power eye.
1st down. Here's a toss to the right side. That's Thompson across the 20-yard line before eventually being brought down by a host of Bulldogs.
Ball carried by Landon Thompson. Nice tackle on the play.
Brought down for a 1-yard loss.
Looked like a nice wrestling takedown to me.
Again, just an outstanding play by the left side of the Bloom-Carroll defense. And just textbook. And actually, Stevenson actually ended up making the play by getting in the way.
Second down, Walters looks to throw, rolling to his right. Flags are down around the 20. Walters will take it himself as he's tackled out of bounds by Lincoln
nice
Miller.
Coverage by Bloom-Carroll. Walters couldn't find a receiver. Keeps.
Penalty will be on Logan Elm.
Yeah, that hurts.
The Braves.
And the fact of the matter is Walters had a chance to run early on in that play. There was a huge amount of property right in the middle of the field.
10-yard penalty for the hold. Beats it down, brings up 2nd down. Looks like 21.
Now Bloom-Carroll's got him in a must-throw situation, which again is probably not what Logan Elm wants to do or be forced to do.
Ball pushed back to the Bloom-Carroll 28, 2nd down and 21. Walters looks to throw, looking left.
Yeah.
Under some pressure, out of the pocket, he's brought down. Parker Truex on the sack for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up a 3rd and long.
And I would give a lot of that credit to the Bloom-Carroll secondary by creating coverage that allowed for the pressure to get there. And again, I don't know what you call 3rd and 27. Very tough. That playbook is very small. And Bloom-Carroll laying back into what looks like a cover 4. Yeah.
Braves out of the pistol on 3rd and 27. Walters firing deep down the left side of the field. It's intercepted.
He's got room, too.
Carter Cornelius on the interception.
He's got room.
To the far sideline. He's eventually pushed out of bounds around midfield.
There's a flag.
Flag down around the Bloom-Carroll 47.
Carter Cornelius.
Appears to be on the return.
There is a penalty.
Clock stopped at 7:59.
On the return. The interception will stand.
Over here. I'm saying. What'd they call do? Blocking the back? Or probably blocking below the waist.
Due to the penalty, the Bulldogs will start this series.
Bulldogs will start off on their own 37.
And again, you think that interception, that's a bad thing. And again, probably the return part of it, yes. But in that situation, throwing an interception is not that big of a deal. And he did throw that up. That wasn't even a 50-50 ball. That was about an 80-20 ball.
Third look at the Bulldogs now in week 7. First down, Armentrout straight ahead. Brought down just shy of the 40.
Tackle on the play by Camden Red.
Pickup of 2 yards on first down for Dylan Armentrout. Second down and 8. Here's Armentrout once again on second down across the 40-yard line, just shy of the 45.
Again, just what I call handoff sweep, where they're actually looking and probably outside zone play. And again, they're not afraid to call that at any point in time. Just like right here, these guys have shown a tendency. You would think that this would be a throwing situation, but with these guys, I don't know how you'd know. And again, when they go with this tight formation, you're thinking run, 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 run. Well, this is an easy formation to pass out of for sure.
Play clock down to 2, and it looks like we'll have our second timeout for the Bulldogs. Coach McKinney with 1 remaining. 6:44 to go here in the first half.
Silver sponsors from Logan Elm Athletic Department include Lane Real Estate Investments.
Again, I'm going to say by the formation and the motion that we were seeing, and obviously they had to call timeout to be able to prevent the delay of game, I'm pretty certain that was going to be a running play.
Elite Construction, McKenzie Disposal, Andrew C. Palmer, and Lane Real Estate Investments for your support of Logan Elm Athletics.
Same formation.
Third down and 4 for the Bulldogs. Stan Thanavong looks to throw, firing to the right side. It's caught. Jace Rockwood has the first down close to the 45.
Clearly, Thanavong's best throw of the day. And that was a 95-mile-an-hour fastball to Jace Rockwood and made it look easy.
New set of downs for the Bulldogs on the plus 45. First down here, Sherman to his right. He's brought down around the plus 40, pickup of about 5 on first down.
And again, obviously Armentrout's going to get the majority of the carries here, but Bo Sherman is no slouch. In fact, really him and Armentrout really look like a couple of twins out there, about the same size, same build. I'm assuming that Armentrout being a senior next year, Sherman being a junior, those will be his work.
Second down and 5. Bulldogs will keep it on the ground. It's Armentrout across the 35-yard line. Good enough for the Bulldog first down. Flag down around the 30.
Well, they're going to call that on Jaden Ball. And I don't know if they're going to call that late or unnecessary roughness, but honestly, I didn't see anything that would cause you any concern.
Penalties and personal foul on the Bulldogs.
Personal foul on Bloom-Carroll. That'll push them back outside the original line of scrimmage. Now outside the Logan Elm 45-yard line. Penalty was after the play.
So Bloom-Carroll got the first down.
So it will be a first down for Bloom-Carroll.
Yeah, it was late. For sure it was late.
Handoff. This is Armentrout to the near sideline. Makes a man miss and is eventually brought down across the 40-yard line by Ian Rose.
Again, you can see his lateral quickness and his not just. I mean, the quickness is obviously a skill, but his vision is indisputable. I mean, to most high school tailbacks, that's a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he's able to basically wiggle his way through there and make 9 tough yards. And he can, not only is he lateral speed, but once he turns vertical, he's got quickness.
Stevenson motioning across the line of scrimmage on second down here. Sherman straight ahead. He's met at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Isaac Walters in on the stop for the Braves.
Met behind the line of scrimmage by Ian Rose. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 1.
Again, they just kind of take turns, one isolating for the other one. You know, sometimes it's Armentrout leading Sherman like it was on that play, and a lot of times it's turned around the other way.
Third down and short for the Bulldogs. Clock now under 4 minutes here in the first half. Bo Sherman and Armentrout alongside Thanthanavong in the backfield. It'll be Armentrout on 3rd down. He's got the first down, barreling his way across the 35, has another Bloom-Carroll first down.
Brought down by Bryce Perkins. Nice run on the play and nice hit for the tackle. Results in a Bloom-Carroll first down.
Armentrout loses his helmet, so he'll have to step out for a play.
So they just go to a one-back set.
Thanthanavong rolling to his right now, firing to the right side. 2 men in coverage, and the pass is broken up.
Very lucky that wasn't picked off, and he did have Jace Rockwood sitting down at about the sticks for an easy first down, but there's a penalty flag laying there too.
Penalty marker down around the plus 30-yard line.
And Bloom-Carroll's clapping, so I don't know what they could. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Personal foul. Oh, it was a big one.
Personal foul.
Personal foul on Logan Elm will move the Bulldogs into the red zone now at the Logan Elm 19-yard line.
Yeah, I didn't see anything out of place, but Mr. Taylor surely did. Still in that one-back set with Armentrout sitting over on the side or standing over on the sideline.
First down, it'll be Sherman straight ahead across the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he's going to be a good one too. He obviously he sees the field. He's what most running backs aren't taught to do is just be patient. Sometimes the best thing to do is just delay a little bit, slow down a little bit, let things develop in front of you, and see where the daylight's going to be. And that's exactly what Sherman did on that play.
5 yards on first down. Now 2nd down and 5.
So Sherman out, Armentrout in.
Carter Cornelius and Dylan Armentrout in the backfield alongside Thanthanavong. Stevenson motions across the line of scrimmage. Miscommunication for the Bulldogs. It'll be a keeper to the far side for Thanthanavong. He's brought down in the backfield.
No, I honestly believe that was intentional. It's kind of a quarterback delayed sweep. It's something we haven't seen.
Like a loss of 1 yard. So
and I'm going to guess by the result of that play, we probably won't see it again.
Loss of 1 on the keeper for Thanavong, 3rd down and 6.
Oh, he's got
Thanavong looks to throw, rolling to his right, firing to the end zone. It is incomplete, intended for Dylan Armentrout.
I was going to say, I bet we get a field goal here. He had him, and then by the time he threw it, it had been closed up. But at the snap of the ball, about 2 steps into that play, he had him.
Trayton McKee on to attempt a 32-yard field goal, for sure has the leg.
Bloom-Carroll attempts the field goal. Long snapper Matthew Klein, Jet Jones to hold for Trayton McKee's attempt.
Timeout Bloom-Carroll. That'll be their final of the half. 2:13 to go here in quarter number 2.
I'd like to thank the 2023 Touchdown Club sponsors, including Healthcare Logistics, Novellis, Life Mercantile, 56 Mini Mart, Great American Jewelry, Elite Construction, and the Wolf family. Also want to thank the field goal sponsors, Acme Elevator, Procon, Harrell and Stevenson, and Aesthetic Collective. Also, thanks to Dr. Byers for donating the personalized mouth guards to the players. Thanks all the sponsors.
After the timeout, Bloom-Carroll will
Matthew
trot their offense onto the field.
Jet Jones to hold for Trayton McKee's field goal attempt. Don't forget that.
No. I was going to say, that's the funniest looking field goal formation I've ever seen.
Thanavong looks to throw on 4th down, firing over the middle of the field. It is incomplete through the hands of Jace Rockwood. A turnover on downs for the Bulldogs. 2:09 to go here in the first half. Braves take over.
And I'm trying to figure out coaching-wise, if you possessed all 3 timeouts and you thought you could force a quick 3 and out and get the ball back, fine. I'm not sure why you wouldn't take the 3 points there. Because I'm thinking from 32 yards, that kid's automatic.
Was nailing 50-plus yarders in warm-ups on the other side of the field.
Well, you know, if you know what you're looking for, you can hear a good kicker. And to see a good kicker is a guy that kicks the ball, and the ball has that real nice slow rotation, because you know he's hit it more in the middle of the ball. It just has that sound.
Braves take over on their own 15-yard line. 2:09 remaining, all 3 timeouts left for Coach Holbert.
But Bloom-Carroll has no way to stop the clock. So regardless of what Logan Elm does here, I don't expect them to put an 80-yard drive together in the last 2 minutes of the half, but anything's possible. But Bloom-Carroll has no chance to get this ball back. And Logan Elm will get the second half kickoff. So there's no reason for Logan Elm to force the issue either. Or I should say 90-yard.
Loss of 3 on 1st down. Walters rolling to his right. He'll dump it off to the near sideline. It is caught.
Again, it's
catch made by Hunter Kersey.
It's not a first down, so the clock's going to keep ticking. And I mean, of course, there's no reason for Logan Elm to be in a hurry either. Bloom-Carroll for sure is not in a hurry, and they're playing way off of them. They're going to give you that.
3rd down. Walters looks to throw, passes complete to Carson Summers around the 25-yard line. Should be good enough for a Logan Elm first down.
Looks like that is a first down, Braves.
Yeah, it wasn't by a lot, but I thought it was a first down too.
Tackle on that last play by Aiden Scholes. 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Walters drops back to throw, fires over the middle. Pass is incomplete, intended for senior Hunter Kersey. That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Clock at 55 seconds here in the first half.
And I would give some respect here to Logan Elm. That's trying to. They're actually trying to, try to gain something out of this. They're not sitting on this and throwing. I just hope that doesn't come back to bite him in forms of a turnover.
Walters on second down, forced out of the pocket, scrambling to the far side. He'll
Oh my gosh.
aired out to the left side of the field. Pass is incomplete.
And very, very fortunate that ball wasn't picked off.
Intended for Cam Smith. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
Again, he's throwing off his back foot, going away from the line of scrimmage and throwing into a kid that's not cut, or that absolutely is not open. But here we go, 5 wide.
Walters alone in the backfield on 3rd down and 10. Looking to his right, pass is complete. That's Thompson. Makes the first man miss and is eventually pushed out of bounds. Just shy of the 35-yard line. That'll stop the clock at 37 seconds.
And here's what I'm telling you. What they've done is they've forced themselves into a punting situation what they should never have done. And then are they going to go for it? Wow. Okay. Watch quarterback draw.
4th down and 2. The Braves draw the Bulldogs off sides. That'll give them a new set of downs.
Offside on the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty.
Again, still but 37 seconds, and they still have all 3 timeouts. So they're trying like heck to generate something out of this.
First and 10, Walters scrambling to the near side. Passes incomplete, intended for Landon Thompson down his own sideline. Flag down around the Brave 35. It'll be holding on Logan Elm. That'll push them back 10 to their own 28. If you're just now tuning in, a 17-yard passing touchdown from Ethan Thanthanavong to Michael Stevenson, along with a 2-yard rushing score from senior Dylan Armentrout, has Bloom-Carroll out in front 14-0 here in the first half. 31 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. First down and 20. Walters throwing over the middle of the field. It's caught across the 45-yard line and eventually out of bounds. That's Cam Smith. First down, Braves.
Nice scramble by Aaron Walters to get that pass off. Cameron Smith.
Again, a nice job by the quarterback to extend the play and basically basketball pass that to a drag running receiver that was smart enough to get out of bounds because there wasn't any more yardage to be made. And I mean, with 22 seconds to go, give Logan Elm credit. They're still in there trying to generate something here.
All 3 timeouts remaining for the Braves. Now on the Bloom-Carroll side of the field, Walters. First down, firing to the near side. Pass is caught.
But it's not a first down. They're going to have to burn a timeout. Yeah. Great catch.
Walters' pass complete to Cameron Smith. Timeout, Logan Elm.
Timeout, Logan Elm. 16 seconds to go here in the second.
That's Cameron Smith's second great catch. Not good catch, great catch.
Second down and 3.
But again, with 16 now at least you're not in a position where if you turn the ball over, you're creating a scoring opportunity for the team. Number 1, 16 seconds. Number 2, you're at the plus 41-yard line. So there's no reason not to take shots down the field now.
Got a blood moon going on tonight.
Hey, when you said that and I looked up, I couldn't see it because of the top railing of the fence. But yeah, that looks like a pumpkin. Almost looks like the face of a pumpkin on there. It looks like he's smiling at us. I mean, am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm wrong? Damn.
Second down and 2, Walters. Drops back to pass, forced out of the pocket, rolling to the near side. Passes incomplete, batted away.
And again, give Bloom-Carroll credit for just playing outstanding secondary coverage. I mean, Walters had nobody to throw to, got pushed out of the pocket, and tried to force a ball into his receiver, who was extremely well covered. You can do it twice.
4 receivers set, 3 to the field for the Braves. Walters back to pass, steps up in the pocket and is eventually sacked in the backfield.
That's absolutely a fumble, too. They're going to call that an incomplete pass.
Timeout.
I mean, the time ticked out anyway.
Timeout, Braves. How much time should be on the clock?
Timeout, Logan Elm. The clock reads 000.
And I can assure you that was a fumble.
2 seconds. 2 seconds on the clock. Thank you.
Appears we'll have 2 seconds put back on the
They're
clock. That'll
it.
allow Logan
Yeah.
Elm to have one last shot here.
And they took the ball back to the line of scrimmage, so they're calling that an incomplete pass.
Second quarter. Westfall 7, St. Trace 14 in the first quarter. In the first quarter, Circleville 0, Hamilton 8. Second quarter, Fairfield Union 10, Liberty Union 0. In the second quarter, Cave Valley 14, Amanda 0.
One final play for the Braves before they head into the half. Logan Elm will receive the opening kickoff of the second half. Aaron Walters going to need about all 41 yards of this one. Walters back to pass, under some pressure, and sacked inside his own 45.
Nice pressure by the defensive line. Sack on the play, that ends the half.
Yeah, the disappointing part about that is they ran a 3-man route and pulled 2 running backs back there to max pro that, and Logan or Bloom-Carroll just too strong for him up front. As soon as he caught the ball, he was running for his life.
That'll take us to the end of the first half. Bloom-Carroll leading 14-0. John Bruce coming up with the halftime show here for us on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health has to offer by visiting our website at sosaohio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's sosaohio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Welcome back into SOSA's coverage here of Friday Night Football. This is John Bruce stepping in for Dewey Daly at the halftime, and here with Coach Tim Daly. So one of the things that, we kind of talked about just in our very short break there, the decision for Bloom to not kick the field goal there. They, like we talked about before the game and then, off the kickoffs, I mean, he's got the leg to make that 32 yards. Is there anything else in there in that decision, you think? Or is
I just think that I mean, you're up 14, so you have that luxury. You've got a kicker that can kick the ball over the fence to the track. You're in I believe it was 7 or 8 yards that they needed. You're on the 20, the 20, or, you're actually on
the 15, because it would have been a 32-yarder.
I'm taking the 3 points because at the end of the day, the 3 points to me was nearly a guarantee, and that puts you up 3 scores.
Right.
Now, I realize it's still the first half, so anybody can make an argument about anything they want in the second half. what they really created was, and hey, give Logan Elm's coaching staff some credit. When they got the ball back with right at 2 minutes, or just under 2 minutes.
They didn't quit.
They didn't. And actually, to tell you the truth, they did some things that I probably wouldn't have done, but it ended up working out for them, and they kept clawing and playing. And, I mean, you saw it right to the very end. They've got the ball on the 41-yard line with a chance to throw the ball in the end zone. Would I have given them credit for being able to do that when they took the ball over on the 15-yard line? On the 15-yard. No, I wouldn't have, because remember their first play in that drive, I think they took a 5-yard loss, so they actually end up having to go, close to 50 yards they actually put together in that drive. Now, granted, Bloom-Carroll's not stupid. They're laying back and allowing some of that stuff to happen in front of them, knowing that the clock's in their favor and the whole 9 yards. But I don't know. I mean, do I think that's going to come back and haunt them? Probably not. But is that a situation where, when you look at the pluses versus the minuses, and let's face it, we do that in everyday life, not just in the football game. When you do something, you look and say, okay, what's the benefits, what's the drawbacks, and what's the percentages say, and then if there's risk to be taken, and you weigh all that stuff against each other. But I can tell you that I think taking the 3 points there was a more sound decision.
Now, could that possibly be he knows he has that 3 points, and maybe he just wants to see something else? Like maybe that's a coaching thing for the future?
It's possible, but wouldn't it also be just as important to allow your kid to kick a 32-yard field goal and have that type of confidence and 3 points in his back pocket, where down the road you may need that same kick, for a difference between winning a game and losing a game. So, I mean, there's a few different ways of looking at it, but like I said, I think the majority of the pluses was to kick the field goal. And again, maybe that's why I'm not coaching now or whatever. But I'm just saying. But again, I don't think they're in a situation where they're going to regret that decision. I mean, there's a whole half to play. Other than the last drive of the half, they've played outstanding defense. And I think, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think there's any question that Bloom-Carroll has a not a decided advantage, but a physical advantage up front on both sides of the ball. And I'll tell you, in a football game, that's probably where it starts. Now, skill kids and speed can balance that out, and kids that can throw and catch the ball, and those things have a tendency to bounce that out. But when you look at Bloom-Carroll and you look at not just Armentrout, but Bo Sherman runs really hard too, and they both have great vision, and just like earlier in the half when they get to 3rd and 10 and they just hand off sweep to Armentrout and he picks up 9 yards, and then they get the horse collar tackle, so they end up picking up a first down. I can tell you, not very many people have enough confidence in their running game to just turn around, hand the ball off to a kid and tell him to go around the left side and get what you can get. But obviously they know their kids way better than we do, for sure, than I do. So those are luxuries. Just like with the kicker, those are luxuries that most high school programs don't have. Yeah,
it's just watching him, McKee, in warm-ups was really fun, because he was just hammering them into the end zone. And then the second kickoff he had was about 8 yards deep in the air.
It was absolutely 8 yards deep.
I think the first one he kind of slipped on, and it still ended up getting over the up back for a touchback. So
well, there's two things that I learned as a kid. My dad and 2 of my 4 brothers are left-handed. So when I see a left-handed kid, I recognize left-handed stuff that most people are like, oh, that kid's left. Yeah, he's been left-handed for the last hour. But the other thing is our oldest brother, my oldest brother, Jed, played and kicked at Ohio State. And on the hottest days of the summer and whatever, one thing about a kicker, he always needed somebody to hold. Well, we all drew that duty. But what it gave us, and he was a straight-on kicker. He was what people today would call a toe kicker, and played behind Tom Sladany, who was an All-American at Ohio State.
So he was a left-footed.
No.
Straight.
He was no.
He kicked straight
Yes,
on, right?
me, Bruce, and Jed were all right-handed, right-footed. Now, the funny thing about it is my dad was left-handed, but he kicked right-footed, which was really strange. And he wrote right-handed. But the sound that a ball that's kicked well, the sound that it makes, and the rotation of the ball, you just learn what a well-kicked ball was. And we all punted. Jed punted, I punted, everybody punted because that was, to me, a much easier skill. My brother, Mark, the one that's just younger than me, was a really good kicker as well, and he was left-footed. But you know those things. It's just like a well-hit baseball. You know what that ball sounds like when it's, and a lot of people ooh and ah, and the second baseman backs up to the edge of the infield and catches it, and they're thinking that ball was in the gap, or maybe, you just know what it sounds like. And this kid, I walked around the corner and I heard the ball before I seen it kicked. And then the really, really slow rotation, because that means the better the kicked ball, the closer to the center of the ball it is. People think you're kicking that ball, down around where the stripe is or not. No, you're not. You're kicking it just below the midpoint of that ball, because that's where the meat of the ball is. Just like a soccer ball. You wouldn't kick under a soccer ball. Right. You're kicking in the meat of the soccer ball. Kicking a soccer ball and kicking a football, we all know there's not a lot of difference.
Yeah, and so, I was impressed with Bloom. Like, the biggest thing that's impressed me about Bloom-Carroll so far is it's just a football team. Like, they don't really do anything flashy. It's, hey, we're gonna run over you, then we're gonna go play action. I mean, on that fourth down, that fourth and long, the 17-yard touchdown to start the scoring, he just put that up, and the Stevenson kid went up and just
and it looked like they've done it every day. When I walked over here and watched them warm up, they was about as excited as somebody painting a fence. I mean, really, and not a lot of emotion and whatever. They're just, it's almost like, and no disrespect, but it's like they're punched the clock. They walked into their factory job. They're going to do their 8-hour shift, and then they're going to leave. Now, here's something to keep in mind. Until Logan Elm is able to force Bloom-Carroll to punt a few times, I mean, at 14-0, the game's nowhere out of reach.
Right.
But Logan Elm hasn't even come close to stopping them. They've made yardages and made first downs. I'm going to tell you that the yardage is probably double. The first downs are probably more than double.
Well, Logan Elm is in the negatives rushing-wise.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So, again, that would tell you physically up front they got an issue. They've got an issue. But make no mistake about it, Logan Elm has athletes. Their quarterback is a nice kid. They've got a couple of nice wideouts. Their running backs are more than serviceable. They're a good football. They're not 6-0 for no reason. But I'm saying, but there's just no, I don't want to say sense of urgency, but there's just no. Bloom-Carroll plays a very unexcitable way of playing. Now, in between the whistles,
which is kind of crazy after what they had with
that's
Bart.
No, that's the guy. That's the team. Really, like when you walk into a room and a guy's in there talking doo-doo, you ain't got anything to worry about. But the guy sitting over in the corner that ain't saying anything, and he's not. But you see him watching it. That's probably the guy that you don't want to pick a fight with because he's just kind of measuring people all the time. And I think Bloom-Carroll has shown, and really what that boils down to is a huge level, a leveled up, 2 times leveled up from even what some people can even imagine. But it's really a form of discipline because they expect to have certain things happen when they walk out on the field. And Logan Elm hasn't been able to change their mind yet. And again, we may get to the end of this game and Logan Elm hasn't changed their mind, but they just kind of go about their job in a business-like fashion. And like you said before, they're not flashy about anything they do. They line up and really in kind of almost a double tight wing deal with the running backs. But let me tell you something. Any defensive coordinator that's paid attention to anything will tell you the thing that scares them the most about that is when people throw out of that formation, because what do you have to do what do you have to do when they come out in that type of constricted formation? Is it constricts where you line up defensively, because you have to line up at certain leverages and stuff to be able to defend that formation, because if you don't, they'll just run it up your hind end. But then if you do that, boy, when they throw, you've got all this room all over the place, and it's very, very difficult to. And then if you can do that without changing personnel, that's a nightmare, and that's exactly what these guys are doing. It's exactly what these guys are doing. The only way, in my opinion, to beat Bloom-Carroll you would have to have, to me, you would have to be physically superior to them, because what they do, they're very good at doing it.
Yeah, I think they've really shown how strong they are, excellent-wise. Now, and this is something I know you talked about. I wasn't at the game when you guys did Union at Waverly, but they're throwing short passes. They're hitting.
You wasn't at the Union. Oh, you wasn't at the Union at Waverly game.
I was in Texas, yeah.
Okay.
So, but they hit the tight end 3 times. Like that, like you mentioned, that's so hard to deal with defensively, because. Well,
usually those are run-stopping personnel in there. I'm just telling you this, and I've said it 1,000 million. I'm going to say it 1,000 more times. In the throw game, the true money, I always say the middle of the field, but it's really the hashes. It's really the hashes and inward. So it can end up being in the middle of the field. If you go back to even Saturday night, where does Mbuka make the big play on 3rd and 19? Right down the hash, because there's just a natural seam in the defense. It's a shorter throw. He didn't have to lead him. All he did, and he actually threw it slightly behind him, and I think he did that on purpose because there was more space between the defenders, and Mbuka slows up, doesn't run into the coverage, turns back, is able to make that catch somewhat on his back hip. But you practice those things in college. As old as I am, we practiced those things in college back in the early 80s. But those are things that most people, when you talk about it, they can't quite understand even what you're talking about. But if the one thing that it seems like to me we're seeing more and more on the college game and in the NFL game, they'll show the play and then they'll turn around and give you the behind the offense look. That's where you see it. That's where you can see so much more back there.
Yeah, and then so for Logan Elm, they get the ball to start the second half. Obviously, with being in the negative rushing-wise, what do you see that they can do to make that a little easier? Because once they got into passing downs, that was when Bloom was just coming right after him and making it really tough for Summers, where he's having to move all around. He did a pretty good job of it. He had a couple nice scrambles where they picked up 15, 20 yards on after he hit his guy downfield.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you, too. And the success they had throwing it around here the last little bit and a half, you have to understand, they're looking at the 30-yard line. They're looking at 1st and goal at the 70. So, I mean, Bloom-Carroll is saying, you can have that. You can have that. And I'm not saying they were giving it to him, but they're saying, we're going to keep everything in front of you. What you're not going to do is get behind us. And thankfully, Logan Elm was smart enough not to try to take the ball deep and take what they were given and hope somebody falls down, somebody breaks a tackle and whatever. Of course, we know that didn't happen, but that was the only chance that they had to be successful. In fact, they were more aggressive about that situation than probably I would have been or most coaches would have been. Knowing I get the second half, what I'm not going to do is turn the ball over. And remember, on about the 3rd play of that drive, Walters was chased over here to his left and back-footed a ball into double coverage around the 40-yard. Yes, and that could have resulted in points. So, again, we're given.
And they went for it on a 4th and 2.
Which, again, I wouldn't have done either. But hey, when you're down 14-0 and things aren't going your way, there's a calculation to the risk that you take. But there still has to be a reward. Just like I would tell you, thinking back to the 4th and 2 and they pick it up, all they've gotten was a new set of downs. They're still 60 yards away. So to me, the risk and the reward didn't balance there. But again, a couple plays later, here we are on the 41 with an untimed play with a chance. And, of course, they get sacked. They don't even get the pass off. But I'm saying they were still, I don't know what the analytics would say with that situation, but it's not very high.
Right.
That's for sure.
Yeah, for Logan Elm, down 14, they are kind of a quick strike team. They've got a lot of athletes. So, to me, for a team like that, a way to, get some positivity is through special teams. Well, you're probably starting at the 20.
Yeah,
to start off the
kick,
second half. Yeah. So that's a huge advantage for Bloom as well, is like, instead of.
Well, here's what we haven't mentioned, because it's not sexy. We haven't talked about Bloom-Carroll's defense.
Yes.
Bloom-Carroll's defense is pretty good.
I've been really impressed with
number 10,
they're
pretty
good.
Yes, they're very. In fact, they're very good.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of their kids. They realize when there's a situation where they can use the sideline to their advantage, and they've sit and waited when they knew they had a play cornered and wait for the play to come to them. Whereas if you take that one or two extra steps and get too vertical, you're creating seams behind you. So they've been taught to do that. That's patience. It's discipline. It's the same thing. They're as good defensively as they – matter of fact, honestly, with the short samples that we've seen tonight in just the 2 quarters of football, they're probably better defensively than they are offensively, because they're very good defensively. They are not going – if you score on them, chances are you probably had to put 10, 12, 13 plays together, or somebody fell down or a ball got tipped or something like that, because what they're not going to do is beat themselves.
Right, yeah. I've been super impressed with them. I mean, Logan Thompson's a kid who's averaging like 85, 86 yards a game, and he has not been able to get going at all. So that's really impressive for them to be able to bottle that up and make the Braves one-dimensional, which that dimension's good, but when you know the pass is coming, you can get a little more pressure on. And
and it does. It creates. I mean, and again, and I'm sure Landon Thompson's been a big part of what Logan Elm's been able to do through the first 6 games of their season. And the fact that they're not able to get him going, that does create problems. But those problems are created by Bloom-Carroll, and that's what it's about is, you get into games and the first one that flinches usually loses. And I'm not quite sure if Bloom-Carroll has had Logan Elm flinching yet. But, you get, if they're not able to put a drive together and maybe make a first down and end up forcing a punt, and Bloom-Carroll's able to turn that into points, then it's going to be time to open it up a little bit. And again, sometimes when you open it up, and I used to tell people too, do you want to get beat, by a couple of scores, or do you want to get beat by 6 scores? Because if you try to win this football game, this could get stupid ugly or whatever. Now, I don't think that's what's going to happen tonight, because I think these two teams they're both too good to have that happen. But I don't think it's doubly urgent that Logan Elm is able to put a drive together and try to get some points on the boards. But would it surprise me at the end of the game that this game ended up being something to nothing? No, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, but again, let's see what. And again, you could ask me, what do I think's going to happen? I don't know, but I'm kind of hoping that probably it would be best if Logan Elm probably made some adjustments and changed a little bit of gear, because obviously what they've come into this game trying to do, they haven't been able to do yet.
Right.
And again, that's what football's all about is, you make a plan and it's no different than anything else. You put the plan into service, and then you evaluate the facts, and then you make a new plan, and you go back to work. So, but again, with a whole half to play, anything can still happen, and you can't account for sometimes the intangible things of a blocked punt or a pick six that could actually, just like I thought for a second, Logan Elm might have caught a little bit of a spark, but here's old Mr. Patient Bloom-Carroll sitting here over on defense saying, hey, we've seen all that before. Go ahead and, do what you do, and we're still not going to let you score. So, I mean, again, so far as my personal experience for this season so far, Bloom-Carroll is really good on both sides of the ball, and that's how you win football games. You know, one night you have to play defense to win the game. The other night you have to score points to win a game, and I think they have those types of ability. Now, let's give, you know, even though they haven't forced a punt, let's give Logan Elm some credit for playing defense. Their defense has been pretty good.
Yeah, they got the stop on downs.
Yeah, they just can't get anything going offensively to go at all. But again, is that them or is it Bloom-Carroll?
And Bloom's first touchdown was a 4th and long.
Which is almost, I'm going to say a fluke, but the percentages of completing a ball from 19 yards is.
It was pretty much a 50-50 ball. And,
yes, but what a well-thrown ball to a receiver that can probably go up to about 11 feet, was guarded by 2 guys that couldn't make it to 9 feet.
Right.
So they knew what they were doing, but still the percentage of them line that up about 10 times. That might be the only time it happens for them.
Yeah, and then the other drive, they had a couple big penalties on, so – you know, Logan Elm's defense has not.
They've played better. If we stopped and looked at it, they've played better than 14-0. They really have.
Yeah.
And but again, at this point in time, if they don't generate something offensively, they're going to find themselves up on the short end of a stick. And if they allow, you know, if they don't get anything going and they allow another score, then that kind of changes the complexion of the game, and we'll see what happens. But hey, you know, one thing about it is, you know, and we all know as coaches, and you know it as well, you know, when you put your faith and trust in the 17 and 15-year-old kids, and you know those kids as well as they can be known, but you know, strange things happen with those types of situations. And you never know.
And it's a full moon as well.
It is.
So,
it is.
We've got about 2 minutes before the second half will begin, so we're gonna hit a commercial break, and then Dewey Daly will be back with the second half of Bloom-Carroll at Logan Elm.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health has to offer by visiting our website at sosaohio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's sosaohio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
Dip.
14-0 lead for the Bulldogs. Logan Elm set to receive the opening kickoff of the second half. What do we see from Bloom-Carroll in the first?
Well, I think what you see is a high school football team that's just solid on both sides of the ball, and they probably have, you know, if you look at their starters, they probably have 5 or 6 of those kids are the same kids. But again, you know, the sexy thing is scoring the touchdowns and that type of thing. But they're just as sound defensively as they are offensively. And what they're not going to do, and this is the sign of any program or any good team, is they're not going to beat themselves. So I mean, you're going to have to take it from them. And so far, and give Logan Elm's defense credit, they've played well. But they just can't seem to offensively get anything generated, but they're going to get another chance here shortly. But they're probably going to start from the 20-yard line.
Cam Smith and Landon Thompson, the 2 deep men for the Braves. Trayton McKee on to boot it away for the Bulldogs. 14-0 in the first half for Bloom-Carroll. Second half is underway. Deep kick from McKee through the end zone. Braves are going to start off on their own 20.
Again, that's just a tool and a luxury that you know, most high schools have never had, let alone have never had.
Seen our fair share of kickers this year. Lucas Haynes at Unioda, Jack Holbrook at Portsmouth West, even Miles Montgomery at Minford. First down and 10 from their own 20. Here's a pinch to the right side. That's Thompson across the 25-yard line.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. That was a serious trade and paint situation right there.
With Jet Jones, pickup of 8.
Jet Jones in on the stop. 2nd down and 3. It's
Bloom's
Thompson
got,
straight ahead.
Yeah.
He's got the first down across the 40-yard line. Flag down back around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that 12th player didn't make it off for Bloom, but I'm sure they're going to decline the penalty. And Logan Elm going with a little bit of tempo here, which is, hey, that might make a difference here.
New set of downs for the Braves on the -40. Straight ahead, it's Thompson. He's buried in the backfield.
Again, not a place where they've had great success, and they've got straight man coverage going on the outside. And Bloom-Carroll's got 7 guys in the box. So, I mean, there's not a great chance of having success up inside.
Lincoln Miller and Aiden Scholes in on the stop for the Bulldogs. Now 2nd down and 13. Walters looking to throw, forced out of the pocket. He'll be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. Forward progress will have him just inside the 30-yard line. That's Michael Stevenson in on the sack.
Yeah, and I didn't get the number, but he had the rub route to the field side. Now they're behind the sticks at about 3rd and 20. And again, this is the risk that you take when you open it up like this. And granted, they had it going for a minute here, but now they find themselves in a very tough situation.
3rd down and 21. Walters looking to throw, rolling to his right. Pass is complete to the tight end, Red. He's pushed out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. He's about 5 yards shy of the line of the game.
I mean, and here's a make-or-break situation. You got the ball 4th and 5. Yeah, they're going to go for it. And I you know what? Based on what I've seen so far, this doesn't surprise me.
4 receivers sent, 3 to the field for the Braves.
Watch for the rub route to the field.
Camden Red singled up on the right side, right at midfield. It's caught. He's got the first down across the 50, dragging defenders to the Bloom-Carroll 45. First down, Logan Elm.
Again, just a simple hitch route to the outside, and again with that soft coverage, they're able to convert that and make it look pretty easy. And they're showing a little bit of tempo here, which maybe has Bloom-Carroll a little confused.
Red leaves the Braves with 6 receiving touchdowns on the season. First down, it's Thompson across the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 6.
Again, by far, Logan Elm's most productive possession.
Pickup of 6. Brings out
2nd down and 4 inside the Bloom-Carroll 40-yard line.
And probably well within 4-down territory.
2 receivers both ways. Walters firing down the near sideline. Pass is caught. Touchdown, Cam Smith. 39 yards.
Just exactly what the doctor ordered. Little double move, made it look easy. I think Logan Elm confused him a little bit with the tempo. Holy cow, they were missing 2 linemen.
Landon Thompson on for the point after. And the kick is blocked by the Bulldogs.
What a great effort. What a great effort.
Broden Bishop off the edge. Keeps it an 8-point ball game. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here. On this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
39-yard passing touchdown from quarterback Aaron Walters to senior receiver Cam Smith. PAT was blocked by Broden Bishop. Keeps it a 14-6 lead for the Bulldogs.
Kick by Landon Thompson.
Short kick by Thompson. It will be recovered and returned to the Bloom-Carroll 45.
Brady Newkirk.
Okay. We've seen that twice. You think he's doing that on purpose? I don't.
Tackle on the return by Carson Summers.
Well, and here's a chance for Logan Elm's defense to really make a contribution. Of course, you start out with your ball on your own 45, which is outstanding field position. But here's Bloom-Carroll. We'll see if they continue to be businesslike. Usually goes back the other way.
First down, here's Armentrout to the near side across midfield. Pick up about 6 yards on first down for the Bulldogs.
Again, that's just a lot of speed and just a tough kid.
Pick up 6. Brings up second down and 4.
Again, with that double tight wing, strategic wing.
Second down and 4. It's Armentrout once again. Bounces it to the right side. He's got the first down for Bloom-Carroll and more inside the Logan Elm 40-yard line.
Now, I'm going to give you something that don't often see. What a great play by Jace Rockwood there, not to catch a penalty and stay off the block. But promise you, he's been coached to do that.
Four receivers set, 3 to the field for the Bulldogs. It'll be Armentrout straight ahead on first down across the 35-yard line before being driven backwards. Forward progress will have him spotted right at the plus 34.
Tackle on the play by Bryce Perkins. Pick up 4. Brings up second down and 6.
Second down and 7 coming up for Bloom-Carroll.
Again, now with Bloom-Carroll again being in 4-down territory, it makes the tendency to go more heavy towards the run. Handoff sweep to the right.
Stevenson motions across the line. It'll be Armentrout to the far sideline, across the 30-yard line, close to the first down.
Yeah, I believe he got it.
On the carry.
I like that kid. He's tough. He's a tough kid. So Sherman. Sherman's a tough kid, too.
First down, Bloom-Carroll.
First down for Bloom-Carroll.
Again, I mean, John and I talked about it at halftime. I mean, just Bloom-Carroll just kind of goes about their business. They just kind of, they don't panic. They don't get excited. They just kind of do what they do, and this is what you get.
New set of downs for the Bulldogs. On first down, it'll be the junior Bo Sherman straight ahead. Gain of about 5.
Bo Sherman
Again, just kind of an inside, kind of an isolation play, but with a little bit of zone concept there. But again, what makes that play successful is not just Sherman, but Armentrout as well. Great vision inside. And that's not easy. I can tell you that's not easy. Yep, handoff sweep.
2nd down and 6. Here's Armentrout to the left side, working with a little bit of room. He's pushed out of bounds just shy of the Logan Elm 10-yard line.
That's easily a first down. What a 1-2 punch those kids are, though. Just they almost look like they're clones. Now Armentrout, who's gassed a little bit, he's got to go out. I'm expecting Sherman to carry the ball from here. Now, actually, unless they motion, Sherman's not where he's going to carry the ball.
Bulldogs now in the red zone, threatening from the 12.
Yep, they ran it anyway.
Sherman on a sweep to the left side. Inside the 10, sheds the first tackler and is pushed out of bounds inside the 5.
That play should have gained nothing. Well played by Logan Elm, but just Mr. Sherman just realizing he's not ready to get tackled yet.
Second down and 1.
Sherman forced down at the 3-yard line, not goal to go. The Bulldogs still able to get the first down, 2nd down and 1.
I'd look for Sherman again. Nope, leading.
Here's Jet Jones to the left side, sheds the first tackler and is eventually brought down by a host of Braves right at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up a 3rd down and short for Bloom-Carroll.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't try to get Armentrout back into the play here. He's been out 2 plays. I see him on the sideline. He's not going in. I still don't think Bloom-Carroll will throw here.
Under 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 3, a 14-6 lead for the Bulldogs. Bloom-Carroll threatening.
Yep, Sherman. Oh, no.
Thanavong on the keeper. He's in from 3 yards out for the score.
Carries into the end zone for a Bloom-Carroll touchdown.
Now, if you go back and read the book and watch the movie, I mean, here's a situation where, let's face it, Logan Elm comes out second half, goes a little up-tempo, puts a couple plays together, and the next thing you know, 40 yards are in the end zone. Now, unfortunately, again, it's not make it, take it, so you got to kick the ball off, and if Bloom-Carroll didn't answer the bell right there, I don't know what you'd call that.
McKee knocks it through for the point after. The lead is now to 15, 21-6. 5:38 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
3 minutes, 47 seconds is all it took Ethan Thanavong and the Bloom-Carroll offense to go 55 yards on 9 plays, capped off by a 3-yard rushing score from the QB. PAT was good. Lead is up to 15 at 21-6. Here's McKee to boot it away.
Yeah, I was going to say that's his worst
This
kick.
one will be returned by the Braves
Uh-oh,
from
there's a
inside
gap.
their own 5, working with some real estate down the near sideline, across midfield, and pushed out of bounds. Landon Thompson on the return for Logan Elm.
Now I'm going to say something funny. Maybe that might have been made possible because Bloom-Carroll doesn't get a whole lot of work at having to defend a kickoff, but you know, give Logan Elm credit for making a play.
Braves will start this drive on the Bloom-Carroll side of the field on the +47.
That really helps. I think that really helps Logan Elm because it darn near puts them in 4-down territory. And based on what we've already seen, they're in 4-down territory.
4 receivers sent for Logan Elm out in the pistol. Pitch to the right side. This is Michael Bach, who's stood up about a yard behind the line of scrimmage.
Michael Bach on the carry. Nice work.
First time we've seen Bach this half.
The Bulldogs to shut it down. Lincoln Miller on the tackle.
Same formation for the Braves on 2nd down and 11. Walters looks to throw, passes complete to the left side. First tackler is shed before being pushed across the 45-yard line.
And again, that's where I think Bloom-Carroll is soft, is underneath on the edges. So anytime they go 2 verts in the grass, that play is there. They've run simple hitches and had outstanding cushions. You know, now, is Bloom-Carroll let them going to throw that on them all night long? I'm sure they wouldn't, but I mean, it's there to be taken.
Hunter
See?
Kersey on the last catch, and this one is picked off. Michael Stevenson going the other way inside the Brave 30-yard line.
By number 85, Michael Stevenson.
A touchdown catch earlier in the night. A sack towards the end of the first half, now an interception. Here with 4:31 to go in the third.
And that's a shame, too, because I really do think that Logan Elm was starting to find a little bit of rhythm offensively, and you know, of course, who knows where. But again, when you're in the throw game, you know, I'll go back to Woody Hayes. When you throw the ball, you know, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. And that's just an unfortunate set of circumstances for Logan Elm.
First and 10 for Bloom-Carroll on the +35. Harmontrout to the far sideline and tackled inbounds. Clock will continue to roll.
Ethan Thompson.
I mean, the worst thing about that interception is now they have to turn around and defend old Armentrout a whole bunch more. And you're saying he's got 141 so far this, and he's probably carried the ball 24 times. Okay, yeah, because he's not explosive. He just 7-8 yards a crack.
2nd down and 3. It's Thanavong on the keeper across the 30-yard line, just shy of the 25.
And again, that's the first time we've actually seen the quarterback keep the ball. We've seen him try to boot and do a couple different things, but the true zone read and stay up inside. And again, Bloom-Carroll just has a personality to their team where they just, I mean, honestly, it looks like we're watching a team practice is what it looks like we're watching, which is really a very high compliment.
First and 10 from the +25. Harmontrout shot out of the cannon straight ahead. Touchdown, Bulldogs, 25 yards.
Finds the hole, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, give Bloom-Carroll credit because they can smell the blood in the water. And again, because of the scores, we don't talk about it enough, but I don't think we've given their defense enough credit. They're very good. They're very good. Holy
McKee
cow.
with a booming kick on the point after. Splits the uprights and makes it a 28-6 lead for Bloom-Carroll. We'll step aside. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
Michelle and her dad. Decades of dares. 1 month of learning to jump. First day doing it solo. And 2 years since starting cancer treatment at Ohio Health.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Willie and Son Trucking. Willie and Son Trucking has been a proud supporter of local student athletes, coaches, and athletic programs throughout its history. Be sure to look out for the Shack Athlete of the Week presented by Willie and Son Trucking each week at SOSAOhio.com.
25-yard rushing touchdown for Dylan Armentrout, 28-6 lead for the Bulldogs. Makita booted away. For Bloom-Carroll, this one will be returned by Logan Elm. This is Cam Smith to the near sideline, tripped up around his own 25-yard line.
And actually, a fairly solid return. If you look where he caught that ball in about the left hash on the goal line, probably where he ran to and was tackled is probably over 40 yards. Unfortunately, it's only 25 or 6 on the field. 27.
First down, Walters to his left. That's caught by the wideout Hunter Kersey. Looks like he has enough for the Brave first down.
Again, I honestly think that's what you have to do to get these guys to create space and get these guys off balance. I think you got to throw some bubble routes and you got to throw those hitches in the outs and try to get them out of their defense. See, like, look, that's nothing. It's a spot route, and it's a 6-7 yard gain.
That's Kersey once again to the Bloom-Carroll sideline. Looks to be a pickup of about 5 on first down for the Braves.
Complete to Kersey. Nice hit on the tackle.
Again, he got a 10-yard cushion out here.
Second down, Walters. Looking to throw, forced out of the pocket. He'll keep himself to the far side, close to the Logan Elm first down.
And I realize too that we're trying to, the people have tried to eliminate some of the physical contact, but we've had some serious car wreck collisions tonight. That was another one right there.
Walters brought up just shy of the line to gain. Third down and short here for Logan Elm. Straight ahead, it's Thompson. He's got the first down across midfield.
Landon Thompson on the carry, enough for a Logan Elm first down. Brought down by Jace Rockwood. First and 10 from the 48-yard line of Bloom-Carroll.
Braves now on the Bulldogs side of the field. Walters looks to throw on first down, trying to dump it off to the right side. It is incomplete.
He sure did. That's our guy Dan, too, I think. And a good thing, too, because he lost about a yard or two. But you get a great look here at what I'm talking about. If they run the middle guy on a bubble route right now, of course, they're a little bit spread out now.
Second down and 10. Here's a pitch to the left side. This is Thompson to the far sideline.
Another good, tough run.
Close to the Logan Elm first down.
Thompson on the carry.
There's no question that, again, of course, I realize it's a little easier to play defense with a 22-point lead, but regardless, Logan Elm is finding a little bit of rhythm here.
Third down and 2. Here's Walters on the keeper across the 40-yard line. Slides down. He's got the first down.
Walters on the keep. Slides into a first down for the Braves at the 37-yard line.
Okay, here's exactly what I'm talking about. You run a bubble route right there. It's money. You can block those two guys and get that middle guy outside.
New
See,
set of
he's
downs
open.
from the Braves. Walters will keep it himself. He's brought down close to the line of scrimmage.
Again, that play, the routes there just too slow developing, and Walters didn't have time to hang on to the ball. And fortunately, he's able to save a loss.
Second down and 10 coming up for Logan Elm. Walters looking to throw, firing to the far sideline for Red. Pass is incomplete. Jace Rockwood in coverage for Bloom.
Incomplete coverage by Jace Rockwood.
You know, the other thing, too, that I'm starting to notice, too, more about Bloom-Carroll is their kids are really very polite and help you up and stuff. And you don't see them talking anything or any of that kind of stuff. Seriously, this is one of the most disciplined football teams I've seen in quite some time.
Third down and 10. Walters alone in the backfield. Looking to his left. Pass is caught. That's Kersey across the 30-yard line. Just a few yards shy of the line to gain.
I'm not sure that ball was intended for Kersey. What a great catch.
That'll be the final play of the third quarter. 28-6, Bloom-Carroll leading as we head to the final quarter of play. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
There's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon. That's the slogan, and that's what we believe at Par-Mar stores. From groceries to gas and all the other stuff you need, Par-Mar has it. Download the Par-Mar app for even more savings, and don't forget the Par-Mar rewards card too. We also believe in being a big part of your community, so look for us at the ball game or wherever you are. Shop us today, like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and remember, if there's not a Par-Mar store near you now, there will be soon.
This presentation of high school sports on Southern Ohio Sports Authority is brought to you in part by your local McDonald's. McDonald's proudly supports all area athletes again this season. Visit your local McDonald's in Chillicothe, Circleville, Greenfield, and Waverly. And be sure to check out SOSA's newly relaunched podcast, Overtime, presented by McDonald's.
A 28-6 lead as we head to the final quarter of play here at Logan Elm High School. Braves faced with a fourth down and 2 from the Bulldog 29.
I say the quarterback keeps it. Nice throwing.
Walters pass completed to Hunter Kersey.
Pass is complete to the near side. That's Hunter Kersey. Good enough for the Brave first down.
And again, with the lead that Bloom-Carroll has, they have the luxury of not allowing, but playing back far enough to make them earn and take as much time off that clock as possible.
Walters to throw over the middle on first down. That's Kersey once again nearly loses the football. Pickup of about 8 yards on first down for Logan Elm.
Again, just a simple hitch route, make the catch, move, get them into a very manageable second down.
7 brings up second down and 3.
Walters looking right, under pressure. He'll keep it himself across the 15-yard line. Sliding forward, good enough for the Logan Elm first down.
Walters.
Again, if you saw, both guys to the top ran hitch and goes, and obviously Mr. Walters can see that wasn't going to happen and was smart enough to pull it down and move the sticks. Where's the smoke coming from? Where's that fog?
Straight ahead, it's the tailback Thompson.
Landon Thompson carries up the middle, brought down by number 36, Aiden Scholes. Pick up 4, second down and 6.
Second down and 7 for the Braves. Here's Thompson straight ahead.
Tackle by Bo Sherman. Gain of 2, third down and 4.
Third down and 5 coming up for Logan Elm. An empty backfield. Walters looks to throw, firing over the middle. It is incomplete.
What a great throw, a great route, a great catch, and shaken out by great defense.
Looks to be Cam Smith, the intended target, is a bit slow to get up after the play. Fourth down and 5 with 9:59 to go in the fourth quarter coming up for Logan Elm.
Incomplete pass brings up 4th and 4 for the Braves.
Braves will leave the offense on the field. 4th down and 5 coming up. Empty backfield, Kersey in motion. Walters to throw to his right. Pass is caught close to the line to gain.
He's short.
And he'll be spotted short. It'll be a turnover on downs for Logan Elm. Bloom-Carroll will take over inside their own 5.
Again, you got to give Logan Elm credit for trying to change the direction of this game. They came out the second half and they were able to muster a score. They've hurt them with tempo a little bit, and then they get the pick, and then they're able to drive the ball down basically to the goal line and can't convert. You know, just a tough pill to swallow. But you know, again, give Bloom-Carroll credit for doing what they do and just being able to just do what needs to be done.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on their own 3-yard line. First down, Bloom-Carroll will keep it on the ground. That's Armentrout right up the gut.
Ball carried by Bo Sherman.
He may end up picking up 50 more yards on this possession, because I'm telling you, they're just going to squeeze the life out of you. they're not going to do anything that's going to slow that clock down. Guarantee Armentrout's getting the ball here.
5-yard pickup on first down, now 2nd down and 5. Armentrout shot out of a cannon straight ahead. Armentrout across midfield. Inside the 20-yard line, they're not going to get him. Touchdown. 95 yards.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
All I can say is he's clearly the best player on this football field tonight. That puts him at 261 on 26 carries. Well, that you know, even with that long run, that's 10 yards a carry. And you'd say, well, he had a 90-yard run. Yeah, he did.
Yet goes to hold.
And
Point after from McKee is good, and the lead is now up to 29. 35 to 6.
That ball may have landed in Ross County for sure.
35 to 6 with 9:01 to go in the final quarter of play. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
See everything Southern Ohio Sports Authority presented by Ohio Health has to offer by visiting our website at sosaohio.com for complete coverage of area athletes and teams, including game stories, features, live streams of games, player and coach interviews, nightly scores, area standings, and much more. You can even view and purchase action photos from our more than 100 galleries. That's sosaohio.com for the best local sports coverage around.
Hey, Mike Glockner here from the Glockner family of dealerships. Want to wish all the fall sports athletes a very safe and successful year. Good luck.
McKee on to boot it away. A short kick, definitely in comparison of what we've seen him do tonight. On the return, it's Cam Smith down the near sideline. He's brought down right at the Logan Elm 45.
Well, no question, he hit that fat. I heard it. He probably hit 6 inches behind the ball. What he did there was he chili dipped it.
Here are the Braves from their own 45. Thompson on first down has about a yard.
Michael Bach on the
Check
carry.
that, Michael Bach on first down for Logan Elm. Under 8.5 to go here in the fourth. Kersey in motion. Here's Walters on the rollout, firing to the far sideline. It is incomplete.
He did absolutely have a receiver that was open. That's
Walters pass.
not the ball was thrown really well, but that's probably his most inaccurate pass of the evening.
Pass intended for Carson Summers. The incompletion will bring up 3rd down and 9. Walters back to throw on 3rd down, under pressure, firing to the far sideline. It's caught. 1st down, Logan Elm and more. Pushed out of bounds inside the Bloom-Carroll 40-yard line.
Nice scramble and pass.
Camden Red on the reception for the Braves.
Again, give Walters credit for hanging in there long enough to get him open and get him the ball.
Brought down by Tristan Bridge.
New set of downs for Logan Elm right at the plus 40-yard line. Walters now rolls to his left, firing down the near sideline. It is nearly caught by Cam Smith. Pass is incomplete.
Pass intended for Cameron Smith, incomplete.
Extremely well thrown ball that Cam Smith just a little bit behind him, but Cam Smith almost able to make the play.
Someone turned in a phone. We have a phone up here, the Samsung phone with a locker combination on it.
Incompletion brings up second down and 10.
Remember your locker combination. We have your phone.
Braves will keep it on the ground. Walters across the 35-yard line, eventually brought down on the keeper.
Great form tackle there by Jeff Jones.
Walters on the keeper. Tackle on the play by Jet Jones. Third down and 4.
Six yards picked up by Walters, third down and 4. Walters looks to throw, passes complete to the far sideline, should be enough for the Logan Elm first down. Pass was completed to Cam Smith. He'll be marked about a yard shy.
I thought he got it himself. Sure looked like it.
Fourth down and less than 1.
I wouldn't expect the ball to come out of Aaron Walters' hands here.
4th and inches for the Braves on the plus 31. Straight ahead, it's Michael Bach. He's stopped at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. A turnover on downs for Logan Elm.
Michael Bach on the carry. Impressive defensive line stand by the Bulldogs. Braves will turn it over on downs. 1st and 10, Bloom-Carroll at their 31-yard line.
Again, not that Logan Elm hasn't had success, especially in the second half, moving the football, but just, you know, you kind of go along, and then when Bloom-Carroll's had enough, they just say, okay, that's enough. And they just stop you.
Bulldogs take over on their own 31, leading 35-6 with 7:03 to go here in the 4th. Here's Bo Sherman to the far sideline.
Bo Sherman on the carry. Pick up 4.
Ball kid's down.
Jaden Ball, the left tackle for the Bulldogs, future Boilermaker, is down after the play.
That phone we mentioned was on the Bloom-Carroll side of the stands, down by the goalpost on the south end of the field. So if a Bloom-Carroll person lost the phone, we have it up here for you.
Anybody need an extra phone?
Second down and 6 for Bloom-Carroll from the 35. This time it'll be Sherman straight ahead, flagged down on the play. Looks like it'll be a false start on the Bulldogs. That'll push them back 5, make it a second down and 11 from the 30-yard line.
I just think the running backs there were getting a little bit of a head start prior to the snap.
Tackle on the last play by Keegan Deal and Isaac Walters. movement on the last play. 5-yard penalty.
Second down and 11. The Bulldogs will keep it on the ground.
Nathaniel Cordell carries for the Bulldogs.
Nathaniel Cordell, his first carry of the night.
Cameron Smith.
And I'm not 100% sure, but it appears to me that Bloom-Carroll has substituted out their entire offensive line. Now, Thanavong is still in there. They haven't? Well, there's look like to me there's a couple of clean shirts there.
Third down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Here's Sherman across the 35-yard line.
Bo Sherman.
We're just about to see something that we haven't seen the entire evening.
Tackled by Keegan
With
Deal.
5 minutes to go in the game. And our kicker is our punter.
Coach McKinney runs on the punt unit for Bloom-Carroll, faced with a 4th down and 2. Landon Thompson, the deep man for Logan Elm.
Uh-oh.
Snap is over the head of the punter. Still able to boot it away is McKee. This one will roll inside the Logan Elm 30-yard line.
There's a flag. There's a couple of flags in the back.
Flag down. Make that 3 flags down around the 30-yard line on the other side of the field.
Nice punt after the scramble.
I didn't see what happened, but by the reaction, apparently it's on Logan Elm.
A penalty was holding on Bloom-Carroll.
Oh, holding.
Holding on the Bulldogs.
During the punt. Holding by the Braves.
Oh, well, that would make more sense, but I don't know why they would be holding.
Nope, that was definitely against the Bulldogs. Braves first and 10 from their 37-yard line.
First down and 10 for the Braves. Here's Thompson to the far sideline across the 40-yard line.
Landon Thompson on the carry. Brought down by Tristan Britch. Pick up a 3.
Under 4 minutes to go here in the final quarter of play. 35-6 lead for Bloom-Carroll. Flag before the snap. Looks to be encroachment on Bloom-Carroll.
Offsides on the Bulldogs. 5-yard penalty.
Penalty makes it a 2nd down and 2 for Logan Elm. Once again, multiple flags down before the snap. It'll be another offsides on Bloom-Carroll. That'll result in a Logan Elm first down.
That helps.
First down, the Braves will keep it on the ground. That's
Landon
Thompson to the
Carries
other
up the
side of the
middle.
field on now the
Brought down by
45-yard line.
Jones. Pick up a 5.
Braves now in Bulldog territory with just over 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Braves out in the eye on 2nd down and 6. Walters rolling to his left. He looks to throw. Pressure from Lincoln. Miller passes incomplete. Intended for Keegan Deal.
Pass intended for Keegan Deal.
And he did have a little. There was a small window there, but again, pretty good coverage there by Bloom-Carroll.
Incompletion brings up 3rd down and 6 for Logan Elm. Walters firing to his right. Pass is caught. Good enough for the first down inside the Bloom-Carroll 35-yard line.
First down Braves.
That's Camden Red on the reception for Logan Elm.
Brought down by Jace Rockwood and Aiden Scholes. First down Braves. 34-yard line.
First down, here's Thompson across the 35-yard line up to the Bloom-Carroll 30.
Picks up 6.
Pickup of 6 on the carry by Thompson. 2nd down and 4 coming up for Logan Elm.
2nd and 4.
Braves will keep it on the ground. This is Thompson once again straight ahead.
And again, if you're Logan Elm here, nothing fancy. You know, if you can steal a score here, fine. But you're just trying to run plays to try to end this game and hopefully not pick up an injury or some kind of cheap injury here.
Walters looks to throw on 3rd down and 3. Passes caught. That's Hunter Kersey to the near side. Close to the Brave first down.
That's enough for a Logan Elm.
First down, Logan Elm.
Kersey was brought down by Jace Rockwood. First down Braves at the 23-yard line of the Bulldogs.
1st and 10, ball spotted at the 23. Walter firing to his left. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Camden Red. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Logan Elm. Next week, the Braves stay at home as they'll host Amanda Clear Creek. For Bloom-Carroll, they'll head back home to host Taze Valley. Second down and 10. Here's a bubble pass to the left side. That's Hunter Kersey on the reception and runs it up to the 15-yard line.
Nice downfield block by Camden Red. Open that up. Brought down by Tyler Harrison and Tristan Britch. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Third down and 4. Thompson straight ahead.
My.
Inside the 10. The ball is out. Bloom-Carroll has it.
On the carry,
And that'll just
play,
about do it.
recovered
Jet Jones strips it away
by Jet
from
Jones.
Landon Thompson.
Well, I would say that probably epitomizes most of the evening for Bloom-Carroll, for Logan Elm, more in the second half. And again, give Bloom-Carroll credit for being able to make enough plays defensively to keep Logan Elm somewhat bottled up all evening. And again, being able to do enough offensively to put some points on the board and create separation.
35-6 lead for Bloom-Carroll. 41 seconds remaining. This should only take one snap. Thanavong drops the knee. Game clock under 40, the play clock back to 40.
Well, they started the play clock at 9.
Right. One more chance here. We do have a Samsung phone.
Now they're going to put 40 on it. Must be 49. But that's going to do it.
33-41. Everybody try that.
A 35-6 final from Logan Elm High School. The Bulldogs advance to 6-1, 4-0, still undefeated in the MSL. One of 2 undefeated teams remaining, as Hamilton Township was up on Circleville the last I checked. First loss of the season for Logan Elm, now 6-1, 3-1 within the Mid-State League. We'll take a quick break. You're watching Ohio High School football on Southern Ohio Sports Authority, presented by Ohio Health.
At Ohio Health, you can see your doctor here or here, on this or on these. And no matter if you're over here, over there, or anywhere in between, you'll feel good knowing Ohio Health provides the finest care anywhere. Schedule care today at ohiohealth.com/finestcare.
Hey everyone, Mike Glockner.
I'm Brandon Callahan.
Of the all-new Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Service Center in Portsmouth, Ohio. We have a $39.95 oil change special going on right now. That includes a free tire rotation and free multi-point inspection. Schedule your appointment online at glocknercdjr@portsmouth.com.
$35-6 is our final from Logan Elm High School. What did we see tonight from Bloom-Carroll that allowed them to pull out with the win?
Well, I just think you're looking at a well-oiled, polished, shined-up machine here that not only plays, it's hard to – we didn't see enough of their special teams, but let's face it, we know they got a good kicker, so we know their special teams are for. But on both sides of the ball, offensively, defensively, Logan Elm just extremely disciplined, extremely patient, just go about their business in a very workmanlike fashion. And a team like that, it's very difficult to beat a team that won't help you. And they're just not going to help you beat them. If you beat them, I just think that that's a great thing to have said about your program is, a team that won't beat themselves, and they're just not going to allow you to push them around. They're not going to turn the ball over. They're not going to, and a very respectful team. And I saw that on both sides tonight. Kids helping each kids up. And I'm sure most of these kids know each other extremely well, like there is in any other league. And very highly, this game was played on a very high level of respect. And if a couple certain things happen here or there, but positively, especially offensively for Logan Elm, then we may have been able to see Logan Elm put a little stress on Bloom-Carroll, but they just never quite got into that position to be able to do that. So again, Logan Elm or Bloom-Carroll just going about their business like it's a Tuesday afternoon and it's time to eat a ham sandwich. I mean, I can't give them enough respect by saying that they just act like they should be here and act like they're not surprised by anything that's going on, not jumping around emotional, that kind of time, but just, like I said, going about their business like they're punching a time clock at a factory.
Stats from tonight's contest. We'll start with Bloom-Carroll. Ethan Thanthanabong, 5 of 7 passing, 59 yards and a touchdown. Dylan Armentrout, 26 attempts, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also on the ground, Thanthanabong had 2 touches for 10 yards and a score. Bo Sherman had 9 touches for 48 yards. Michael Stevenson, 2 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Also had an interception and a sack on the defensive side for Logan Elm. Aaron Walters, 25 of 40 for 278 yards, had 1 touchdown pass, 2 interceptions. Landon Thompson, 16 carries for 46 yards. Carson Summers, 6 grabs, 62 yards. Hunter Kersey, 8 for 53. Cameron Red had 6 for 68. And Cam Smith with 4 grabs for 75 yards and a score. That'll just about do it from Logan Elm High School. We'll be back next week at Yoda as they host Zane Trace in what will be a battle of the unbeatens within the SVC in Week 8. But that'll just about do it from Logan Elm High School. Once again, the final, Bloom-Carroll 35, Logan Elm 6. Have a great rest of your night.